Morning. It's Friday, March 25th. North Korea launched a missile, an intercontinental ballistic missile. And it's the first time since 2017 that they have launched this type of missile. And it flew for over an hour and landed in the waters near Japan. The Japanese are very upset about that, and the South Koreans are very upset about that. Because this is an indication that Kim and his regime have now gotten a weapon that could deliver a nuclear bomb. And this weapon, the Continental Ballistic Missile, could extend North Korea's strike range to the U.S. mainland if he so desired. His actions have been condemned many, many times by his neighbors and by the U.S. But you think Kim cares about that? No, he doesn't care about that. He has friends in China and Russia, so he's okay. And he probably thinks that this is the greatest thing in the world, that he has a nuclear weapon. And most people don't think that's the greatest thing in the world. North Korea has been launching missiles for the last couple of weeks. So the U.S. and South Korea have said that some of those tests North Korea claimed were satellite launches. They were in fact trials of the intercontinental ballistic missiles. They were tests. They were not satellite launches. And I'm sure that there are going to be more tests fired. And that's a disgrace. It's a disgrace that a country like North Korea, which has a population that is on the verge of starvation, is spending money on missiles. According to military analysts, they'll tell you that these latest launches indicate that North Korea is moving very quickly down the road to a full and effective nuclear deterrent. And that will make him very happy, but it won't make me happy, and it won't make the rest of the world happy. Now, many people are surprised that North Korea has the technology to create a nuclear weapon. North Korea has a wealth of smart people, and North Korea is definitely advancing its military capability faster than anybody assumed. So here is a dangerous guy with a weapon that is major destructive. We haven't been paying that much attention to him over the past couple of years. I think once Donald had his meeting with him, that was the last time we really talked about him. So we haven't been paying attention to him. And now, with the crisis that is occurring in this country with from January 6th last year on, and Biden trying to whip his regime into shape, in fact, now that we got the Ukraine war going on, then, North Korea has fallen by the wayside. We're not paying attention to him. We haven't paid a real attention to him 5 years or so, And here he is with a bomb, or close to a bomb. And while he may not necessarily want it or use it, well, he wants it. He definitely wants it, but he may not be prepared to really use it. But it's a threat. It's a threat because many look at him and they figure he's a loose cannon, and I think that also. But the mere fact that he has a bomb and a capability, and then we have a lot of countries, like Iran, for instance, who would be willing to pay him for a bomb, or 2 bombs, or 5 bombs. And I'm sure that he would be happy to take their money. And I'm sure that if he took that money, he wouldn't be giving it to his people either. Or maybe he would. Maybe he would have some rachmanos, as they say, on the starving people that live in North Korea. I wonder, with the population as bad as it is there, why all those people are still there. Why aren't they running away? But they're not. They're stuck there. And I'm sure if they started running away, somebody at the border would rat them out, and then it would be a terrible situation for them. So he's got a nuclear weapon, or is on the verge of a nuclear weapon. And the world has another problem to worry about. Something that we would like not to have to worry about, but there it is. There it is. North Korea is now one of the countries with a nuclear arsenal. Isn't that strike fear into the hearts of most of us? We can't trust him. He's not a sane person. Our only hope with keeping him under control is that China can do the job for us. Because China is a little bit more intelligent when it comes to this type of stuff. They'll protect him and they'll help him out as much as they can because he's in that buffer zone. He's on their border. You know, when they had the war, when the war was going on between North Korea and South Korea, it was the Chinese troops that came in and helped him win and established the end of the borders between North and South Korea. It was the Chinese that helped establish those borders, if you remember that far back. So maybe that's the way we have to keep him under control. We have to go through Z to keep him under control. Looks like China is getting to be more and more important in the world because they're an ally of Russia, and now we got a nuclear bomb in North Korea, and China is their, so to speak, mentor. So maybe we always have to stay close to China and have good relations with them, even though we don't agree with everything they do philosophically. But we have to give them credit for creating the monster that they are. We have to recognize that we help them. We help them become the giant that they are, along with many other countries that were willing to give them production facilities. They weren't getting paid the same as they get in other places. So there we have it. There we have another problem. A nuclear bomb in North Korea. We need China's help, possibly. The war is raging in the Ukraine. It's too much to think about. Too much to figure out. So I'm going to leave you with that this morning, and I'm going to hope that we return our attention somewhat to North Korea now that they're shooting these missiles off. It's a frightening thought. A loose cannon with a nuclear weapon. One last thing before I go. There's a rumor that Donald Trump may become the ambassador to North Korea to keep him out of the States and stop him from trying to run again in 2024. See you in the morning.